Hello, online crew. How is everybody today? We're continuing the discussion today from what we started yesterday in 8 ways to find potential prospects, leads, people to network with, build relationships with, so you can build your business on social media. So if you didn't catch yesterday's live, I would encourage you just to go back down the news feed, whether you're watching from my business page or you're watching from my group, just go down the news feed a little bit and you will see yesterday's live where I've referred to the first 4 of these 8 places to go and find people. So whether you're doing Facebook advertising or you're growing organically, these are the kind of things that you should be doing on a daily basis to meet new friends on social media, because you never know what that's going to lead to for your business. So today we're going to go on to another 4 different ones that I mentioned yesterday of places that you can look for people to network with that can potentially become awesome prospects for you to build a relationship with and talk about your business, okay? So if you're here, I'm presuming that you want to build a business on social media to some degree. And what we specialize here is for entrepreneurs, those that are building a home-based business. We've got the most amazing community here of entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, you know, all of the above, and they're trying to utilize social media to build their business online. So we talk about a lot of strategies, marketing strategies, social media tips, video marketing, you know, attraction marketing, all those kind of things to help you achieve that. If you are here for the very first time, my name is Helen Martin and I'm your online crew captain of this awesome community here. This is just a little bit of fun, but if you are new to our community here, please let us know so we can welcome you to our online crew. Couple of reminders, those of you in the 17th round of my Build Your Brand on Facebook course, we have our last live Zoom call in an hour's time, just under an hour. So I'll see you guys then. Those of you in the current round of the 21-day online crew video challenge, I will be going in there live later today, so my time zone, not yours, giving you content for days 6, you know, for a few days going forward. So yeah, I will be in there. So watch out for that video later. I'll be going in there and giving you more content for the next few days from day 6 sort of onwards. Any of you that are still scared of live video, we have started a 21-day online crew video challenge. It started on the 19th, but you can still get into the group. You can still see what we're doing. You can start late if you want to. Just go to my website, helenmartinonline.com, and you'll see all the details there. Okay, so who's here with us today? Rick, you got a question there. Hi, Helen. How do we schedule lives like you do this way? Is there training somewhere? It has to be from a computer. So I'm using a third-party software like this, Rick, so it depends whether you use StreamYard or not, because I'm using StreamYard to do this, and so you just do it all in the software. But you can do it straight from Facebook. You can schedule a live like I do, like you're seeing with my lives. I always schedule my lives in advance. You can do it straight from Facebook on something called Live Producer. And I have already done a training here publicly, not even in my coaching community. I've got other training videos in my coaching community, probably in the special bonus training, but the software's changed. Like, how many of you today have had a warning message from Facebook saying that the classic version of Facebook is about to go? So when I woke up this morning and went to my computer, big alert. It's thrown me for a 6er because I don't like it, only because I'm not used to it. I'm sure I'll get used to it. But I keep switching back to the classic version rather than the new version of Facebook because I just don't like it. Things aren't where they normally are. I can't get to my business page as quick as I used to. You know, it's just hard to find things. But the newer version of Facebook, it's called Live Producer, Rick. So in your Creator Studio, there'll be something called Live Producer. And if you go and play around there, it just says date, schedule the date and the time, put your description in. And I've showed you all of that here on my business page and in my group not that long ago, actually. So that you can do it straight from Facebook on a computer, but you can't do this. Although StreamYard is doing things on a phone now. I just haven't tried to schedule one from a phone, but I believe you can schedule from a phone now. But you can't if you're just using Facebook, Rick. Okay, does that make sense? Good morning, Patricia. How are you? Hello, Gloria. Great to see you here. Hello, Susan. Good morning, Janine, in your part of the world. Hi, Christine, which is my part of the world. Hi, Tina. Lynn, how are you? I've been thinking about you for some reason. You keep popping in my head the last few days. Is everything okay in your part of the world? I'm not sure why, Lynn, but I've been thinking about you. Hey, Rick. How are you, Mike? Good to see you here. Hey, Hero, how are you? Just finished day 2 of the 21-day online crew video challenge. Well done. Great to see you participating in that. Hi, Martha. Lovely to see you here from Canada. We've got Laurie here as well. So I'll get on to the content, guys. Cynthia, just saw your name pop up there. How are you? Good morning to you. One of our VIP mentorship students, along with others here as well. So these are the... as I mentioned before, if you didn't watch yesterday's live, you'll want to go back to that for the first 4, and these are the second 4. So the first thing I'm going to mention to you, so this is where you find people, to build new relationships with, to prospect, etc. And one of the most amazing tools that you have at your fingertips, and a lot of you are underutilizing this feature, but it's free. Anything that's free, I'm up for. It's free, it's easy to use, but a lot of you are not embracing it as much as you should do, and that is stories. Stories is an amazing place for you to network with people, work out who's looking at your content, because it's the one place that Facebook tells us who is watching. Okay, so you can look at a story and pull up from the bottom who saw it. So if there's somebody watching you, take notice of it. You can make lists from people that are watching your stories. You can have a hot list, like somebody's watching everything that you do. You can have a warm list, somebody that, is a bit of an acquaintance. You kind of know their name or something like that, but you don't know them too well. And then there might be a cold list, like I've got no idea who that person is. I'll start building a relationship with them. But from stories, you should have a story in your stories feature at least one every 24 hours. I'm sure you guys can do that. At least one every 24 hours. So when you're showing up in stories, people are watching them. If you're not doing stories, you are missing out on eyeballs on you. But you can get very strategic with stories. There are people that build amazing businesses just from stories, with networking from people that are watching their content. Okay, so take notice of that. And go back and have a look at your stories and who's watching and write down their names. Like, there's going to be a lot of sticky beakers, admittingly. There's going to be friends and family of yours that are looking at what you're doing and that may have no interest in your business. But it's interesting to watch. But if you see a pattern of somebody that might be intrigued about what you're up to, and you can do things in stories that are easier to do than in your newsfeed. Would you guys agree that are doing stories? You can show certain things in story. You can create intrigue about what you're up to. Like this morning in my world, I've already done a coaching call with a student. So I was highlighting the student that I was mentoring. I've got a member in my network marketing team that's just recruited 2 people today. So I highlighted, that person and said, this person's doing amazing stuff. And I'll keep going through the day with what I'm up to. I think I put one that I was going live. Just share your life. It doesn't need to be exciting, but people are watching. And so you can put questions. You can use the questions feature. You can use the poll feature. There's just so many amazing things that you can do with stories. I've actually got a whole training on this in my coaching community. If you're a member of our coaching community, go back to the boot camp that is called What's Working Now Boot Camp. And the last 2 days, I think, are all on stories and how to utilize stories and what to say in stories and how to use all the features. If you're not in our coaching community, but you would like to get access to all my boot camps that I've ever done, that's still available. I am going to cut that off at some stage, but just go to my website, helenmartinonline.com, and you can see that you can join that coaching community for $1. But I've got a great training on how to use stories, okay? So that's number 1 of 4. Number 2 is just keeping your eyes open and having everything public. So when I say having your eyes open, who's there, who's showing up, not only in stories, but putting posts on your business page or your personal profile that attract attention. And who's commenting? Do you know everybody that is commenting? Those people that you don't know, write down their name, go to their personal profile, and go and interact and engage with them with their personal profile without having to be a Facebook friend. Go and leave some nice positive comments, but start building a relationship with somebody that's taken a time to show up for you, either on a business page, it could be in a group, it could be on your personal profile. But if you don't recognize some names on some of your posts that you've put out there, you absolutely want to start building, a relationship with those people, because they're already there. They're not cold to you if somebody's left you a comment. So don't overlook, especially those of you that are doing live videos and somebody else, turns up and you don't know who they are. Don't overlook those people, because they're there already. They're kind of warm to you if they're there in the first place. So you want to write down all the names of those kind of people that, don't take for granted that somebody's made a comment. Don't take for granted that somebody's commented or, left a reaction, a heart or a wow or a like or something like that. Go and look at your reactions on your posts on your business page, in a group. They'd probably be invited by you, but if somebody else invited them, you may not know them, or business page, personal profile, wherever. Track your reactions and who those people are and start building a relationship with them, because they're warm. They're already there for some reason. But it doesn't mean you know every single person that leaves a reaction or a comment on the things that you do. Would that be a fair assumption, guys, that you don't know 100% of the people that leave a reaction or comment on something of yours on social media? So that is not something to overlook, because they're already kind of warm to you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be seeing your stuff. Okay. So this is number 5. We did the first 4 yesterday. This is 5. So 5 was stories. 6 is who's commenting and leaving reactions on the content that you've already got that out there, wherever out there is for you, personal profile, group, or business page. Number 7, I'm going to show you something you can do. This is really powerful for those of you that are listening. I'm going to go into what I call, so we're going back to Facebook. Hang on, I just have to get out of that. Oops, I'm going to call somebody. So I'm going to Facebook. So I'm on an iPhone. This might be slightly different if you're on an Android. Okay, then I'm going to my phone and I'm gone to the hamburger menu, the 3 lines that are on the bottom right-hand corner of my phone on the iPhone. I'm not sure if that's different to Android. If somebody's got an Android, can you just tell me if the hamburger menu is still bottom right-hand corner of your phone, or whether it's somewhere else, or whether it even appears as 3 lines? I don't know, because I don't have one. So I press that and we get all these options. So somewhere on Android, you would have this the same. I showed this to you yesterday to go and look at groups. Okay, so you're going to scroll right down to the bottom and get to one that calls, write this down, recent ad activity. Okay, recent ad activity, just above the weather. Okay, I'm going to click on that. And this is going to show me all the ads that I've sort of clicked on or interacted with, or that I've saved. Now, there's recent, and there's saved. Now, I've got 176 ads saved. Now, what's the reason that I would do that? Is because I'm monitoring other people in the industry. I'm seeing what they're writing. And I'm also monitoring their comments. This is really powerful, guys. I hope you are listening intently, okay? You do not want to hide ads in the same target market that you are in. You want to click on them. You want to save them, because the people that are commenting on those ads are in your target market. So I can scroll down the recent ads, and this will show me people that I'm already watching. I can go into my saved ads, click on that. Not only can I use it as inspiration for ad copy, and see the interactions, engagement, and saying this is a really good ad. You stop your scroll. What's the reason that you stopped your scroll? Man, this ad made me stop my scroll. It had an amazing attention grabber. Save that bugger. Put it in here. And then you come back to recent ad activity and all your saved ads are there. But here's the catch. Here's the beautiful thing to prospect with. People that are looking at ads similar as your type ads, or even if you don't do Facebook advertising, guys, this is still useful. You're still clicking on ads. You're still seeing ads. Facebook is still putting ads in front of you for whatever reason. So you might click on other people's ads and you may not be doing Facebook advertising yourself. That is irrelevant here. I've got an extra bonus for saving ads because I'm looking at other people's ad copies, call to actions, lead magnets, video ads. What are other people doing that is working well that I can draw inspiration from? So if you're not doing Facebook advertising, you might not look at it at the same eyes. But here's the other reason that you want to do this is because I can go to one of these ads and I can go to, look, there's one here for content ideas. I'm always looking for content ideas. I'm in social media. This girl here has got an ad regarding content ideas. There are 467 comments and there are 211 shares. So I can go into the comments section. I can open up the ad, see what she said, and it's like, I wonder if people following her would be following me or would have any interest in what I'm teaching. Maybe. Choose the ad appropriately. Okay, but if there are other people doing similar ads to what you're doing, or an ad has attracted your attention because it's offering something similar to what you offer, you then go into the comments section here. Oh, there's actually a familiar name there. There you go. First comment. The guy's name there, I actually know because he's in the same community as I have. So see what I mean? He's exactly in my target market. So I can go and start networking and leaving comments on other people's ads because they are in my target market. I could go to an ad and somebody said, I'm having so a similar ad to mine. And don't delete, some of you already know this. I was doing some training on Facebook advertising last week. I was cleaning up an audience last Friday night, cranking headache, so tired. I clicked the wrong button and I deleted my most successful ad that's brought me $1 leads for about the last 6 months. So much social proof on it. It was amazing. And I accidentally deleted it. It's gone. You can't get it back. Facebook doesn't give you a warning that says, are you sure you want to delete this? You press that button and it's gone. So my most successful ad ever, I accidentally deleted it. I've lost a bit of sleep over that one. But hey, you just create a new one and you move on. So I can go into these ads and somebody might say, I'm having huge problems building my business. My family and friends don't want to know anything about what I'm doing. My perfect target market. I can go in and I'm not going to pitch them my stuff, but I could go to that person's personal profile and just leave a nice complimentary comment as long as it's open. So when I do that, they're like, who's that? I haven't seen that person before. And then they'll go and check me out because they don't know who I am potentially. And then they might find my business page. You never know because it's right there on my personal profile. As I said to you yesterday, before you start networking with other people on social media, please make sure your personal profile is really, really good. Okay. So that is a perfect way to find people in your target market, especially if you are building your business organically. It's not pinching anybody from anyone else. It's called networking, guys. And when you get smarter about networking, this is the stuff that very rarely people are doing in our industry because they can't be bothered. It takes time and we all have busy lives. Okay, but it is so worth it. So that's number 7. Go to your hamburger menu, go to see recent ad activity and go and network with the people that are commenting on other people's ads that are like ads that you would go and look at. Okay, the last one I want to give you, number 8 of 8, is Messenger. Okay, something that you should try to do is every morning see who's active on Messenger and go and send them a hello message. How are you? How's things in your part of the world? Oh, you just popped up in my Messenger. Just wondering how things are in your neck of the wood, and start a conversation. You can do that by going to Messenger. I'll just do this as a distance just for privacy reason. But if you go into your Messenger and you go into chats, as long as they've got it turned on, you can see who's active. So those with the green dot are active on Messenger at that point in time. So I know who is active at the moment, and I could quickly go and send them a message and going, hey, how you going? I'm more likely to get a response because I already know they're active. If they don't respond, I know they're ignoring me because they're active on Messenger. So you can test people out. Those that don't respond, they're probably deliberately not responding, or they've got a messenger that looks like mine, and it's just a madhouse. So sometimes you can't get to everybody. But just go to Messenger, go to the people that are on the 3 dots, and go and say hello to some people and start building up networks. I can't tell you how powerful these simple little strategies are of just finding new people to talk to. Just make more friends on social media. If your goal is to build a business on social media, be a human before you're a marketer, every step of the way. So make friends and build a relationship before you pitch them your business. I'm not a big fan of building a relationship forever before you get to the point, if your intention was to see if they were interested in what you got. But when you think about it, is if you've got something that you know can help people, that's the angle you're coming from. It's not pitching people to get them in your business. It's you've got something that might help somebody. So that's always the angle that you want to come from, is how can you help that person that you're messaging at that time. Okay, I'm just clicking on some comments here. Jessica, I scheduled a live last week for tonight from Be Live. After the live, it showed up in my feedback dated on the scheduled date. Have you ever seen that? No, Jessica, that shouldn't happen, because you're scheduling it for a point in time in the future. And then when you actually go live, that's when it should show that you were live. So that's a little bit odd, Jessica. Not sure what's going on there. I don't want to bag Be Live at all. It's another alternative, but I used Be Live for a long time until I switched to StreamYard. I just find it a little bit user-friendly. Be Live's fine. I'm not bagging Be Live in any way. I just found StreamYard a little bit easier to use than Be Live. That's just my feedback. Nice to know you were thinking about me. I'm doing better than the last time we talked. Okay, I'm glad to hear that, Lynn. Stories are great. Hey, Emma, how are you? Good morning, Judy and Bob. How are you today? Stories are awesome and so versatile. Absolutely. Yes, I agree. I'm having fun with stories. Okay, thank you, Jessica. I presume you're talking about the Android. It's top right. Okay, awesome. Hey, Crystal, good to see you on. It's top right on a Samsung. Awesome. Laurie, I have a question about stories. When I am looking at them, they go from one to the next. I have a lady that always sends me a message and thanks me for visiting her story. I didn't visit it. It was just in the queue. How do you feel about that? It kind of irritates me because I don't even know what I saw. I did not comment to initiate a conversation. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit, she thanks you for visiting her story. Okay, that's a little bit what I would consider used car salesman. A few of you might have heard me refer to this before. It's like maybe I'm in the market for a car. So I walk into a car yard and I'm curious, I'm looking. But it doesn't mean that I necessarily want to talk to the car salesman. Just, give me some space. And I walk onto the lot of the car yard, and that's why they have the reputation that they do, and they're in your face. What can you blah, 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 and I go, blah, 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 and it's like, I'm looking, relax. How that person pitches that conversation and saying, can I help you at all? No, I'm just looking, thanks. Okay, good. Okay. We just built a bit of a rapport without you, that kind of comment, Laurie, to me would seem like, I'm big brother and I know that you're watching me. That's the kind of feeling I would get if somebody sent me a message saying, thank you for watching my story. I'd be like, ooh. If that person sent me a message and saying, because they know that if they knew that I was watching and they sent me a message going, hey, Helen, I saw something in your story, like comment back on something I've done, like get into my stories and then leave me a message. I wouldn't be thanking people for watching my story because that's just like Big Brother. So no, a bit icky, Laurie, but as long as you see it, they can see that you've seen it. So that, yeah, they just move for it. So if somebody's got 10 stories and you keep watching them, they can see that you've seen every one of them. So that is all tracked. That's the beautiful thing about it from your perspective. But how you handle that, like, as I said, I wouldn't be responding saying, thank you for watching my story. I would be going and finding a story of theirs and commenting and getting in their messenger that way. Okay. Yeah, not sure what that's all about, Jessica. That's a little bit weird because it shouldn't appear when you scheduled it. It should appear when you did it, because that's the whole point of scheduling it. You're scheduling it for a time at that time. So I'm not quite sure, Jessica. Good info. Never thought about those tips. Awesome. Glad it's helpful. Yep, that's happened twice. Okay. Maybe send Be Live just a support ticket or something. You are the third person to tell me live stream is better than... Okay, I don't want to be seen to be bagging any kind of software or anything. I did use Be Live for a long time. I just, as I said, I found StreamYard a bit user-friendly. Okay, so Laurie thinks the same. Okay, makes sense to me. Okay, beautiful. So there's the 8, guys. You got the first 4 from yesterday. You've got another 4 from today. This is the stuff that people are building their businesses on. It's the simple stuff of just, but it's time consuming. So if you're not using paid advertising particularly, it does take more time. Even if you are using paid advertising and you're doing ads to attract yourself to leads, you're still a human being that should be building relationships on social media. We shouldn't be relying 100% on Facebook ads for us to build our business because, you know, it's just a tool. It does. You're a human. If people don't like you, if people can't see that there's a personality behind the person that did the ad, then, you know, they might not join you anyway. So please, guys, always be a human before you're a marketer. But I've just given, between yesterday and today, 8 easy ways to find. There is, if you don't have a list of some sort, if you're not writing down names from your stories or people that are commenting on your stuff or in Messenger or whatever it is, if you don't have a list to work with, if you're not networking with a certain group of people, you don't have a plan. If you don't have a plan, then your business is going to be very hard to build. You should always have some kind of, you know, strategy regarding who you're networking with and who you're talking to and, you know, where they are in the equation of you talking to them about your business and having some kind of structure to that. Because if you don't and you're flying by the seat of your pants, the results in your business are going to be exactly the same way. They're going to be up and down and all over the place, which could be reflective of your social media strategy. Up and down and all over the place. Okay, so with the effort that you put in, you know, guys, that's what you get back. So if you put a little structure, a bit of planning, 30 minutes a day, you know, pick up one of these 8 that you really like and just work on that, or a couple of the 8 that I've given you, and just, you know, be a human, make some relationships and build some friendships. Okay. So I hope between yesterday and today that was helpful for you guys that need some networking ideas and where to find, you know, prospects on social media. So I will see the guys in my branding course. I will see you guys in 30 minutes. The guys in the free 21-day video challenge, I will be going in that group later today, but it won't be for a while because I'm on a Zoom call with my branding course people, giving you the content for the next few days. And what was the other thing I was going to mention? Can't remember, doesn't matter. I'll see you same time tomorrow. Okay, bye guys.